Hello, my name is Kim Searle, and I'm a midlife mentor, helping people gain mental clarity and emotional calm in their life. And I do that through a number of techniques, but mostly around NLP and hypnotherapy. I wanted to just quickly post this because in the news today, I see that the government has commissioned a survey to have a look at the number of people who are not being able to claim sick pay. And right in the middle of the article, there was a piece in there that really interested me around people who were ill, long-term ill, who just quit their job. That's me. I did that. I was working at Vodafone as a program manager on a very demanding and large program, one of the largest they had. And it was quite controversial for its nature, but very exciting when I first started it and really good. However, I was on it for about 3 years and it took its toll. And I don't know that I was ever as fit as some of the others. So I went down with a viral infection, which I had been susceptible to and I didn't appreciate, only to find that actually I wasn't recovering. And about 3-4 months in, obviously, I wasn't getting much better. I was struggling to get out of bed, never mind go walk around Sainsbury's to do my shop. And it was becoming harder and harder for me to say, I don't know what's wrong. The doctor has just told me rest. They had suggested chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia. Well, it definitely wasn't fibromyalgia, and it didn't feel right for chronic fatigue syndrome. So I still didn't know. And I realised it was time to leave, and I quit. It's a decision that I often wonder, had I known what was wrong, would the decision have been made different? But I do know that having made the decision, it just freed me up to allow my healing to really take place. Because it was only earlier this year, so a full 8-9 months later, when I had something else going on and I went to the doctors, did they diagnose that I was recovering from glandular fever. And unlike as a youngster, as an older person, it can take you quite badly. So where does that leave me? I'm in recovery, very much heading on the upward trend, which is brilliant. But I very often see people who I believe could be at the very beginning of causing themselves similar long-term illnesses if they don't get a grip of what's going on for them. And they sort of know it, which is why they've come to me, and they sort of don't. They just know they've got something going wrong in their external world. And what nobody really thinks about is what's actually happening inside. And that's where my speciality comes in. I look for the emotional patterns that underpin the thinking patterns that underpin our behaviours and therefore the results we get. So a long video just to say, if you know anyone who is experiencing overwhelm, really unhappy with where they are to the point that maybe they've been signed off with depression or something else that says they're on long-term sick, it would be really worth them speaking to somebody. And obviously, I prefer it was me, but I think if they reached out and got some help, they could start to identify what's really happening for them, because we don't always realise, but there's a big emotional content to what's going on for us. Anyway, that's my thoughts on today. Have a happy Monday. Hope it's sunny where you are, and speak to you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.